Howdy. We are at ESA, European Space Agency, Space Weather Service Network. Near Earth wind solar forecasts. And the dotted line is where we are time-wise at the moment. So there is something coming still. The sun is rather active. Waiting for the 5.9-month solar cycle, which is still about to peak then once. This is not the peak yet, but nonetheless. Now, if we would talk about seismic activity, this could be already tremors, because they are like frequent in time, but that's a forecast. This might be wrong, but it seems to be that they are somewhat equally spaced, which is rather interesting, I think. But I don't know. I'm not a solar specialist. And even the highest peak isn't too high. So there might be some disturbances, polar lights and such, but maybe not too much. It depends how long this will continue with those equally spaced eruptions or impacts, or however you want to put it. You know, if you sit in a boat and you start to go back and forth or sideways, there will be once the point where the water is coming in. If you just rock the boat enough. So maybe this is about rocking the boat, and we just can watch and hope that it doesn't rock too much. Our boat. But anyway, let's go to something completely different. Google Earth. Yeah, it still seems I have been there. But anyway, now let's go to another place. Siberia. What did I just see here? Yeah, that's a very neat tetrahedron here. But anyway, I wanted to show you something else I stumbled across. Where is north? We go over here somewhere. Was it this one? I think it was this one. I think that's a volcano. I've been watching this today. This looks really interesting. The shape and all of it. This might be some mud volcano or whatever kind of thing, but I think it could be very well eruptive in nature. Ostrov Nurazula. I was watching this on the volcano application. Tourist attraction in Russia. Yeah, they don't tell us anything about that. Let's see if there's any pictures. As you know, you cannot click on anything, or there is no pictures or whatsoever on the volcano and earthquake application. Maps start everything, photos are on, but there aren't any photos available. There might be also walruses living there. And speaking of walruses, I have told you that I think the animal should either get back to Svalbard or wherever it came from, or they should put it in a zoo. There is a zoo in Finland where they probably would have place for it. It needs salt water. It needs food, and probably his friends too. They are herd animals, they don't like being alone. They will suffer, they get depressed, they will stop eating just because of depression, you know. Many people have experiences with depression, either by themselves or as a bystander. Yeah, it's a pity. I hope that there would be something on this island. There's another possible cone, a bigger one, but that's really neat, the one on the right, since it's very round. And this is also in a way very round. And it has a queue, the queue feature, which Andrew Hall talked about. He knows much more about these things than I do. You can, and maybe I will search for it, show it, or you can search for yourself if you're interested to. I'm just sharing my observations, some thoughts, but it's about each and every one of you. Make your own thoughts about these things, what I show you. Your thoughts about my thoughts, why I think something might be like it is. You might start Google by yourself, find more information or better information or whatever, and make up your own mind. Very important. So that's a little island somewhere in the middle of nowhere. There are little, let's say there are a few islands there, or rather interesting things. And obviously you can see they let us see only this little patch. And also this little patch. Now check out this resolution compared to the resolution what we just saw on the island. Yeah, if we would have the same resolution to check out the island I just tried to show you, we probably would be at least a little bit wiser. Is there some warm water coming from beneath? Why is there like these kind of dark spots and molten spots in the middle of huge ice shields, fields? Let's measure this quickly. At point, let's go to the 40 meters. So it's not that big. Yeah, but I wanted to see this other. Where was it? Here. Oh yeah, check it out. An island made out of Legos. This is how it appears. The Lego Island. Legoland. So I really wonder what they try to hide by not showing us. And I have been talking about this particular place earlier, I think a few times already. But it's every time very, very, very interesting. Because I think it is very well possible, these being some ancient coral reefs. Yeah. Why not? They probably got just burned, and what else happened to those? But they could be coral reefs, ancient ones. Not all of them, but some of them. Same problem, no pixels, or just pixels we can't really see. What are these? Fulgurites? Check it out. Very nice. Tetrahedrons and dendritical patterns and all kinds of things. Peat land. Let me draw you something. It doesn't draw. Fulgurites, lightning strikes, Siberia, North Pole, what is it? North Pole migrating, geomagnetic North Pole, electromagnetic North Pole, magnetic North Pole. One of those, not the geographical North Pole. This might be shifting too at one point. The very geographical North Pole. Which is at the moment. Let me switch a bit. Here, approximately, North Pole, South Pole, and they might change. That the geographical North Pole would be here, the geographical South Pole would move to this position. Earth is not a complete or completely geometrical sphere. It wobbles. The precession of the equinoxes. This is the Age of Aquarius. Yeah, the Age of Pisces is over. We are in the Age of Aquarius. The Pope went to Uruk to bring the keys back at Easter last year. Despite viruses, bombs, or whatsoever, he had the big urge to travel to Uruk, and he did it. Many were surprised about that. And still, it seems many don't have a clue about why there, what's going on. Why does he have to go anywhere? The whole world is locked down, sitting at home. Listen to the radio. And the Pope goes to Uruk, bringing the keys back. He might have a calendar at home, and he was watching it. Oh yeah, check it out. 2022 or 21. It's over. Jesus brought 2 fishes and fed the whole world. Yeah, fish. Because of the Age of Pisces. Now it's the Age of Aquarius. New time. It's some 25,000 plus years, 1 year of Earth's axe. Let's put it a bit back. It's not straight. it's a little bit tilted. 24 degrees or whatsoever, I'm not sure exactly. Let's put 24. So, this is spinning. And is it now we are here, for example. And if it makes one spin around, it takes approximately 25,000 years. And the half of it is something like 12,000 years. And the half of it is something like 6,000 years. 6,000 years ago, many things went down. Many stories have been written. Many stories are still told, even by the Pope himself, because there was this one dude who built an ark, Noah, crashed into a mountain, released a pigeon and released a raven and all this kind of stuff, you know. 25,000, 12,000, 6,000, 3,000, 1,500, and so on. 400. GSM. Many are waiting for the grand solar minimum. But I remember that I should have shown you something else, but now I'll show you that first. So, solar cycle, that's a space weather app from NASA. Let's see if that works. Solar cycle progression. These charts on this page resemble the progress of the solar cycle. The charts are updated every month by the SWPC with the latest ISES predictions. Observed values are initially temporary values that are replaced with the final data once it is available. All the graphs on this page can be exported as GR. Every dataset can be toggled on or off by clicking on the corresponding description under each graph. So, predicted 246.7 sunspots. But the thing is, can we do anything to that? Do we get rid of this commercial? No. So there is limited space. But let me show you, I have made once some picture. I didn't find it. I have so many screenshots, you have no idea. But anyway, let's try. What is going on? Now let's cut first the things we need. Sunspot numbers and stuff. The graph itself. Save. So now, here is approximately, it's in something 11, 12 year cycle of the sun. Like that, okay. This is here. But there is still way to go forward. I try to draw as straight as possible with a cell phone and freehand and stuff. So I just want you to imagine where this line is going. Now let's just try to continue this line as straight as possible and use a little bit a different color. Let's use yellow because it is a little bit a different color. Oh, anyway, I would have to cut this kind of pen to draw on a phone, but I have no idea where it is. I made a mistake. We have to revert to original. So now Maybe we need some more space. I don't know if that's enough. Let's take the whole. Save. No, let's continue with that. Draw. No, let's draw. I'll try to make it on screenshot or video. So now let's try to draw a straight line as possible. We have red. No, I don't want to. I don't want to have red. Ah, now I figured out. Yeah, it's really difficult to have two applications open at the same time. So we have to go here, and now we use this color, and we use a smaller. Yeah, maybe it's really boring, but I just really want to show you what I think by doing it in front of your eyes. That's not magic. No, that's not straight at all. It won't be perfect, I know. So just imagine this would be straight. Let's take... No. I give it one shot still. So this is like just a continuation of this red line, which is drawn by NASA. Not me. Now let's continue with that. So let's take another color. For example, blue. And let's try to draw a straight line which goes up here. Maybe something like that. It is not perfect, I know, but I don't care. I just wanted to show you something. So now let's take the old A3 anomaly color. Here we have 250 sunspots. And we are here. But this is an upward trend. It just continues almost vertical. Which means the point where this line and this line will meet is somewhere up here. 350, 400, 450, 500, and so on. So there can be expected quite so many sunspots and sun activities still in the future in the coming months. Not years, decades, or whatsoever. And my yellow line tends to go to that direction, so it's an optimistic line. Compared to the rest, it would be much more straight up. I think so. It just looks like. Now let's put them all away. Yeah, it's not nice. I made a nicer one. But so much about solar activity. Let's talk still quickly about what I said earlier about the geographic North Pole being on some other place than in the north. For this we go to YouTube Wikipedia, YouTube, Google Earth. You can learn many things from those places if you just know where to look. Dzahnibekov effect demonstration. NASA. That's Earth without water. So it's not a perfect sphere. It isn't even a perfect sphere if there's the waters. So, let's go quickly to the video. With this being said, like our North Pole is wobbling, we have the precession of the equinoxes, Earth is not a perfect spherical body. And why the geographical poles will shift once then, and they probably did this many times in the past. It's a Dzahnibekov effect. Check it out. Yes, this is why I think there in the north could be very well coral reefs, ancient coral reefs. Dzahnibekov effect. Thanks, bye.